Next is the Marine Life Projects. I now give you young go-face presentation. Wow.
I'm going to put it underneath so they can see the picture. You want to move out of the way, so maybe stand on this side. There we go. Okay. That's my picture.
Bobby the blobfish is not an ordinary fish. Bobby is a blob. He also has a big ugly nose. He was about to be 6. It's just 2 more days away from his birthday. When he turned 6, it was time for him to take an experience being at school. The first day of school did not turn out so good. Everybody made fun of him and bullied him. And worst of all, the big bad boy, his name was Angler the anglerfish. Angler caught him big nose. Bobby was really sad. When he told his mom, she made him feel a lot better. She said, just ignore him and he will leave you alone. When Bobby was sleeping, he had a really bad dream. He dreamed that Angler punched him. Every single day, it was the same thing. It was always Angler bullying him. One day, everything changed. Another female blackfish came to Bobby's school and talked to the whole school about bullying. After she was done, she explained to them about bullying sheets. She said if you take the sheet and write the person's name on it, they will get expelled from school. So the next day, Bobby signed it and Angler got expelled. Bobby did not get bullied anymore. After he signed the bullying sheet, thanks to the female blackfish. Up next for the research project is Emmy, and she is going to talk to us about the dwarf seahorses.
This is research about dwarf. Their diets is a carnivore, and they require a diet of freshly hatched baby brine shrimp, copepods, plankton, and other shrimp larvae. With their long tails, they hitch themselves to blades of grass as they graze on tiny animals and just by with the currents. Wow, can you believe the dwarf seahorse babies grow very fast when they are provided with plenty of newly hatched brine shrimp each day, and they will double in size in just 17 days. After 3 months, the seahorse will be ready to move. Predators and who it can live with. The dwarf seahorse can live with snails, microhermits, and small pipefish. Watch out, dwarf seahorse, because the pipefish might get the food before you. The dwarf seahorse likes to grasp copper or other animals with its tail. Live rock and live sand may contain stinging animals that can be aggressive towards its food. Where the dwarf seahorse lives. The dwarf seahorse lives in the coral reefs of the northern Gulf of Mexico, in the Bahamas. Dwarf seahorses live among beds of seagrass. They live in groups of 4 or more. The dwarf seahorse needs more than 12 hours of light to breed in an aquarium. This is a picture of the dwarf seahorse grasping itself to seaweed as the animals drift by with the current. This is the parts of the body and the size. The dwarf seahorse's size is up to 2 inches, but the average is 1 inch. The babies are well developed and they can use their tails almost immediately. This is a picture of the dwarf seahorse. Color and detail. The usually brown or white in color, but some may be yellow or yellow with black strips, or white with little black dots. People and pollution are destroying the dwarf seahorses' homes because of development. The dwarf seahorse is the slowest moving fish with a top speed of about 5 feet, 150 centimeters per hour. They swim very poorly, rapidly, fluttering a dorsal fin and using pectoral fins located behind their eyes to steer. Recently, the dwarf seahorse is being investigated to see if they will be placed on the endangered list for protection. The ocean zone and how they make babies. The dwarf seahorse lives in the sunless zone where you and me sometimes live. The dwarf seahorse can have up to 15 babies at one time. The process can take many hours. When the eggs are ripe and ready, this female will deposit her eggs inside the male pouch as they travel up the water column together. The male seahorse pumps his tail until the baby seahorses are born. They like the ocean. Here are pictures of the dwarf seahorse. This is the parent and the baby dwarf seahorse. That's it grasping onto seaweed. This is a pregnant one. Sorry. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I hope you learned a lot about dwarfs. And this is a video of the dwarf seahorse having babies.
Oh, wow.
And the male seahorse deposits the babies.
Yes. Product placement.
Some babies die. That's why they make too much.
90% of them die.
Yes.
It's tired.
The male is the one that gives birth. All right. And that makes.
Next is Nadejo with backs on the bottlenose dolphin. Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm a bottlenose dolphin, and I'm getting married Mason. I'm getting married Denise. I'm getting married and I'm so happy. First, I have to go get my wedding dress. They will measure me to make sure it fits. When they're done, I put it on. The wedding begins. Once we get there, at the end of the aisle, Pastor will say, "Will you marry my husband?" I say, after the wedding, we go home and have babies. They are 3 months old. When they grow up, I'm going to teach them how to hunt fish and squid. Now throw a baby's part. They are probably hungry. I fixed them a bottle in. That is just what they want. Days went by, and now they are 19 months old. I think it's time to teach them how to hunt for fish and squid. When they turn 20 months old, I think they're going to go out on their own and hunt for their own food. The sounds me and my children make to get to each other's attention is by making clicks and squeaks. Now they're 20. Today is time for them to hunt on their own. Okay, and that's the end of the talk about it. That's a picture of it.
Lucas next. Lucas is a researcher on the great white shark. Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Gary the Great. Hello, my name is Gary the Great White Shark. I am the most dangerous shark on Earth. I attack on humans. I do not mean to hurt humans. I just mistake humans as my real prey. My actual prey is seal and sea lion. I eat them by tricking them into letting me play with them. When they do not see me, I come from behind them, then I eat them. Also, sometimes when people believe it attracts me, then I start to investigate. Mostly it causes me to attack. Almost always I attack when I feel threatened or I have a lack of my real prey. Sometimes the presence of other sharks like me at the site excites me to a feeding frenzy. This often causes attacks on each other and injured sharks get devoured by others. I have an acute sense of smell and hearing. I can detect a drop of blood dissolved in over 1 million gallons of water. I do not have external ears. Instead, I detect sound through the hundreds of pores along the side of my body. The pressure changes and the vibrations in the water go up to 2 kilometers. I am found in warm coastal waters and I have been sighted on every continent but Antarctica. I am mostly found on the Australian and South African coasts. I'm also sometimes very close to the beach. My wife, Mrs. Great White, is 7 meters long. I am about 4.5 meters long. My wife hatches her eggs inside her body. My baby great white sharks are in between 120 and 150 centimeters long. Each year we all grow 25 through 30 centimeters long. Now that's a lot. My wife can have litters of about 7 through 9 pups. My wife only produces 2 times in her whole lifetime. Sometimes other great white sharks like our friends attack 100 feet off the shoreline. Sometimes we follow out the boats. Some sailors consider us to be bad omens, so while we follow the boats, we think this is extremely weird, but they throw their own men overboard to please us. The highest rank we see when we're out in the sea is shipwrecked men. The most common incident with my family attacking is on the USS Indianapolis. 500 people die from either shipwrecks or me attacking people. There is 2 fish that eat stuff off of me after meals. The 2 fish are called remores and pilotfish. The record of the largest shark of my family was set by Al Dean. He caught a record-breaking shark for my family in Australia. The size of my family member is 2,664 pounds. Al Dean was only using a 130-pound line to weigh the family member. The exact spot where Dean caught the member was in Kaduna, Australia. The member was caught on April 1st, 1959. Luckily, it was caught about 30 miles off the coast of San Francisco at Farallon Islands. There can be millions of elephant seals on the island, which means that it's a local burger shop for me. I hunt sea lions. From the data of the Farallon Islands, now I know that most of my attacks occur during the day in late summer or early winter. Furthermore, my attacks also took around the same time each day. Some people think there are not many species of sharks when there is many species. There is about 350 species of sharks in the ocean. So watch out for me. You might eat my next meal.
Next for the Marine Life Research Project is Japan's myth on the pond.
Hello, I am Little Red Chest. I get my name from my red chest. My mom lays 5,000 eggs. Dad helps out by guarding all the eggs. It only takes a few days for the eggs to hatch. But only 90% of my brothers and sisters will survive. Dad goes as best as he can with the turtles, which is our predator. My sister and brother that are living are as old as I am. My family are all red chests just like me. Each of my family members in the world grown up to only be 9 pounds. All my red chest family members live in warm water states. Those warm water states are Texas, Hawaii, Florida, and South America too. My family and I like to go to Hawaii mostly. My family and I live in lakes and oceans. How cool is that? My family and I get hungry. We all go hunting together. We hunt fish, birds, insects, ants, and seeds. When we catch our prey, we sink our teeth deep into them and spin around violently, tearing out flesh and skin. My family and I can use our teeth as great big white weapons that dig into bones. I feed with my family all the time because piranhas don't feed by themselves. We feed or prey in a group of piranhas called a school of piranhas. My family uses our speed to get away from strong predators when under attack. If my family is about to get eaten, we all will swim faster than a cheetah can run. My family and I are a fast type of fish, but I think the fastest family member I have is my mom. So fish are very busy, just like people are with their life. We have to be very safe because if we don't, we will bump into a predator, like people, birds, crocodiles, turtles, dolphins, and sharks mostly. Life as a piranha can be very dangerous. There are a lot of piranhas that we have to look out for in order to survive. However, I love being a piranha because I have such a large family that helps keep me safe. And I won't change my life for anything in the whole world. And this is my picture of a piranha. This is the razor sharp teeth. This is the dark eyeball. This is the small silvery green skull. This is the silver dorsal fin. This is the silver fin. This is the red anal fin. This is the red chin and belly. This is the view that it breathes out of to survive. Next up is Grace Morgan presenting the Blue Ring Octopus.
blue-ringed octopus is a small octopus that lives for less than 1 year. Blue-ringed octopus females lay only 50 eggs in their entire lifetime. Towards the end of autumn, after the eggs are laid, the female carries them underneath the female's arm for 6 months. During this time, she does not eat. After the eggs are hatched, she dies. The blue-ringed octopus uses their poison to kill their prey so they can eat it. They eat crabs, shrimp, small fishes, and some birds. This tiny 8-ounce creature is only 6 to 8 inches across from armpit to armpit. They can be recognized by their blue and black rings and yellowish skin. About 50 to 60 blue-ringed octopus blooms cover the back of their side and the body. The blue-ringed octopus lives in shallow water along the surface of Australia. They can be found in the rocky pools seen in the Pacific Ocean. In order to escape the predators like the moray eels, they hide in dens. They're not endangered creatures. Blue-ringed octopus make 2 kinds of venom. One is just made to kill crabs, which are their favorite food. The venom begins working in about 3 minutes and can last up to 24 hours. If it loses an arm, it will grow a new one in 6 weeks. There are no drugs to treat people if they are bit by a blue-ringed octopus. Believe it or not, some people keep blue-ringed octopus as pets.
Grace, would you like to show your poster a little? Hold it up so they can see it. Grace, we're going to hold it up.
Almost blue-ringed octopus bites happen when children and other beachgoers pick up the tiny creature. Here's a picture of the blue-ringed octopus hiding by making the color of its back match the same color. An octopus mouth and beak are on the underside of its middle of its 8 eyes.
Up next is Tyler learning what facts about the plesiosaur is doing. Plesiosaurs are born on warm water. Its mother gives birth to but not an egg. That means that they live in warm water. The diet is on fish, squid, fish, giant mollusks, and the largest water carnivores. They get their food by using their long necks for catching their prey. Parts of the body is a short, stocky body, large flippers, short tails, long necks, and a small tail. The size is 23 meters, 60 feet. Its skull is 3.5 meters, 11.5 feet long. The ocean zone that they live in the sun in the twilight zone. The main predator is the top of the prehistoric creature. Plesiosaurus is not endangered because it's extinct. They first lived during the Jurassic period due to the Cretaceous period. Plesiosaurus means near lizard or organism. The very first plesiosaur was found in 1821 by Mary Annie Muller. They don't like posing for pictures. They have no really difference other than the size. Most plesiosaurus fossils are found in England and Germany. Here's a picture. A plesiosaurus under the ocean. Here is the head of the plesiosaurus. And here are some body parts. Small head, sharp teeth for using catching fish and squid. 4 long paddles like flippers, short tails. Front flippers longer than hindquarters. This is a skeleton, and these plesiosaurs are attacking these strange monsters. hogs. This story is a fiction story. One sunny day, Mina let off her sit. She wanted to be a part of the mating season with the grown-up manatee. Only female can give out the scent. Then she went on for air. When she was on the floor, she heard a voice say, "Mermaid ahead." Mina thought it was a sailor. She was right. It was a sailor. Sailors often mistake her for mermaids. She felt like floating. After her royalty moment, she swam on. She swam to the surface for more because she needs oxygen to breathe. She went down to the ocean floor and her nostrils closed. Then she was going to meet the new queen of the sun, though she could not wait. Mandy lived in the summertime. She took a shortcut to her house and got her crown, kissed her mother, and hurried to Atlantis where Ariel, the new queen, lived. Mana was going to the ceremony. Mana could not wait to meet Ariel's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Crawfish. When she got there, the only person who was there was Mina. She does not know why. She felt lucky to be the only one to believe Ariel was next in line for the throne. "Hey kiddo," Queen Ariel said, "Your Majesty, I'm glad to be in your presence." Mana said, "Okay, fine." Ariel laughed so hard she fell to the ground. "You little brat," Ariel yelled. Sweet Ariel. Mana slunk away with tears in her eyes. She was swimming so fast that she did not see the boat. Bam! Nothing about it but Mana's and Manatee had died because both are her nightmares. That is the short story of Mana's and Manatee. This is my poster. After pictures of the other three.
Next we have Sasha, and she will teach you about the horseshoe crab. Hi, my name is Lisa the horseshoe crab, and right now I'm playing with my friends at the United States in Delaware Bay. I lived over 100 million years before the dinosaurs, but I know what you're thinking. You think I'm old, that's why I am darker. I'm a darker color than I used to be. My tail looks sharp and dangerous, but it is not. I'm harmless. Just because I have a sharp tail doesn't mean I'm dangerous. But I have a little spikes around me. I was born in an egg, and when I got out the egg, my brother pinched my teeth, and I just ran away from him and went to my mom for my food. I have a big or tiny shell because crabs have shells. My shell is shaped like a horseshoe because I am a horseshoe crab. I love my shell because I'm a shell lover. I have a spike shell because if my enemy comes, I will poke them with my spikes to protect myself. That's what I like about my shell spikes. Also, I was born with it. It helps me float on my back when I want to swim. Wait, I don't swim. I float. What was I thinking? I'm very quiet because when I play hide and go seek, I be quiet so I don't get caught and be it. Because I hate being it. It is boring being it because all you have to do is count and find people. Now my mom wants me to take a shower, so I have to go step into the water. This is my picture of the horseshoe crab. The horseshoe crab is made out of person that is going to be presenting is my coach. She is going to teach you about the sea slug.
Slug. I go to a school called Undersea Muller Elementary. I also live in the Coral Reef, and I drive my undersea scooter to my school. My teacher's name is Mrs. Lewis the Seal. I'm in the 4th grade, so when I got in the classroom, Mrs. Lewis the Seal said, "Good morning." She said, then I said good morning back. I have a nickname called Nudie Branches. We waited until everyone gets in the classroom. I have a best friend named Kendra the Whale. We are also being bullied by Maria the Shark. She is taller than me because I am 60 centimeters. Then Mrs. Lewis said, "Good morning, class." "Good morning, Mrs. Lewis," said the class. "Okay, this morning we will start with math. So get out your math books and turn to page 37. 10 minutes later, ring, ring. "Okay, class, it's recess time." All of the sea creatures went running down the school hallway. Lucy the Sea Slug walked slowly to the playground. 11 minutes later, ring, ring. Recess was over, so Lucy the Sea Slug ran to class. So Maria the Shark didn't talk to her. When she got in the classroom, Maria the Shark was already there. Lucy the Sea Slug was shocked. Then Lucy the Sea Slug pushed Maria the Shark. Maria the Shark tattletalled on Lucy the Sea Slug. Detention after school," said Mrs. Lewis the Seal. 30 minutes later, Lucy the Sea Slug was at detention. "Detention is so boring," Lucy the Sea Slug said. Lucy the Sea Slug. Then somebody opened the door. It was Mrs. Lewis the Seal. "You can go home now." So Lucy the Sea Slug went to the school undersea parking lot. She got on her undersea scooter. 6 minutes later, Lucy the Sea Slug was at home in her room. "Nudie Branches," said her mom, "dinner's almost ready. Oh, and I cooked your favorite coral and sponges." The next day at school, there was a poster for the talent show. There were also sign-ups for the talent show. Maria the Shark wanted to sign up too. So Maria the Shark and Lucy the Sea Slug both raced up to the sign-up spot. There was one more left on the paper, so Lucy the Sea Slug got there first. Maria the Shark got furious because she can't perform on the talent show. A few days later, it was a talent show. Lucy the Sea Slug is going to dance on the talent show. A few minutes later, the talent show was starting. 5 minutes later, it was Lucy the Sea Slug's turn to perform. Lucy the Sea Slug got on stage. The music was starting. She did a flip, cartwheel, and spin. Then the audience clapped. And Kendra the Whale also clapped, except for Maria the Shark. 10 minutes later, it was the announcement time. First place goes to Nudie Branches. The audience clapped except Maria the Shark. She was mad that Lucy the Sea Slug won. A few minutes later, the talent show was over, so the end. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed our wonderful presentation.
Thank you, parents, and everyone else who was able to make it today. I just want to let you know I'm just so proud of your children.